This time together has been so special and sacred and has been encouraging to me. So hopefully I can continue that for you guys today. When Karen asked me to speak on this today, I honestly, if I'm being vulnerable with you in light of what's been shared today, right? I thought to myself, I can speak on that for sure. I just don't know if I have anything special to say. And that isn't some false humility. It's truly the truth, because I don't feel like I've been doing anything other than being me. But isn't that the point? That's what we need to do. This summer, while I was at convention, I had a moment where it felt like God spoke very clearly to me. And this doesn't happen very often, but I've learned to listen to those very small, quiet thoughts. And I felt like he was saying, Brittany, I have asked you to be an Optavia coach. I have given you dreams of what I will do through you, what you can do, and what I'm asking you to do. Why are you letting anything other than me define how successful you are and what you could be? And it felt like a 2x4 to the face, if I'm honest, because I had really let fear of failing, my doubt, my insecurities steal away my dreams. And it stole ultimately my action to keep pursuing what I knew this gift was going to be. So over the past few months, I've been wrestling through this. It wasn't an overnight shift for me. Failing to put into action what I know I need to do while trying to make sure I'm ready enough, right? Fearing not being able to do this good enough, or like others who I so admire, who they are and what they do, what the content they share, the voice they have, the influence they have, right? Comparing myself. And I think if we're honest this morning while we're talking, I think most of us can probably relate to that to some degree, right? We all know the things we need to be doing. We know how to do them, but we just don't. Whether it's from the fear of failing, comparison, or just defeat, it has been a hard couple of years. And sometimes it's just hard to do the things. I just started reading the book, The 12-Week Year, and in it, the author talks about this. He says, it's not often a knowledge problem, it's an execution problem. So a few weeks ago, I decided enough was enough. I was going to start doing what I know I need to be doing and just do it as me. I decided to trust that if God was asking me to do this, he knows me and he knows I can't do this like anybody else. I can only be me. And I knew that if he was asking me to do this, he would give me the words, the ideas, and the ability to do it. So I got to work. Friends, this business, this mission, the calling we have on our lives to bring people the life change and the gift that we have for them is a relationship business. People need to trust you. They need to know you before they're going to let you into this sensitive area. They want to relate to you, see you as a real person, and then they'll begin to trust you. And if they can trust you and see that it works for you, they're going to start to believe it can work for them too. My husband and I shared, we served as pastors for 10 years. And during that time, we never expected to see the results of a single conversation we had, the sermons we preached, or the attendance to an event. We understood that every interaction was a seed to be planted, and that it was going to be up to that person and God to grow that seed. What we do as health coaches isn't any different than that. Every post we put out, everything we share, every live we do, every reel we do, we are planting seeds with our future clients that are prayerfully going to grow them into being more comfortable and ready to change their lives and reach out to us. So I shifted my focus from the results I was seeing in client numbers and my business numbers, and I started focusing on the results I can control, how I show up every day. So how do I show up? These are the things that I've been kind of focusing on. I post 3 times a day, first thing in the morning, around lunch, and in the afternoon. And you know what? These posts are not calculated. I don't sit down and make a plan for the week ahead of time. I probably should, because it would maybe take some of the I need to post out of some of those times, right? But I just share what's on my heart, what I'm currently struggling with, what I'm celebrating. I share my kids and my husband. I share what I'm eating or what I'll be making for dinner. I share my transformation stories and others. I just share whatever I feel led to at that moment. And I think about what caused me to stop scrolling, what somebody else posted that I liked, and I post similar things. In addition to that, I add to my stories every day, sometimes only a few slides, sometimes a whole bunch, but I put my face in front of my camera. I take videos of myself talking because this is literally the easiest way for people to feel connected to you. They want to see, your real life. They want to see you get choked up when you're talking or stammer over your words or hear your kids playing in the background, or better yet, interrupt you. You become a real person the second that they can see that. That is truly gold for connecting with our future clients and our current clients. And lastly, I started making reels. I hope I'm not the only one, and I don't think I am, but I spend entirely too much time scrolling reels. They're in my little break sometimes when the kids are going crazy to just kind of like get a laugh in, right? We need more laughter in our lives, for sure. So I started not just scrolling, and I started saving the reels, ones that I laughed at or I thought I could remake, and I started remaking them. I am not reinventing the wheel here. I use a lot of templates. I don't know how to create these from scratch, but I'm just doing it, and my views are increasing the more I'm doing, and I'm starting to have a lot of fun with it. Please don't let these scare you. The less perfect they are, trust me, the more relatable they are. People love it. But most importantly, I started being me. More and living out loud. Sorry. Throughout the last 2.5 years, I have finally found myself again, the woman I had forgotten, neglected, and abused. But as I've gotten healthy in so many areas, other than just physically, I feel like I'm coming back to life. And that's what I want to share again. I want to share my life with others because I want them to see, if I can do this, you can do this. Trust me. I often tell my mom friends that God chose them specifically to be their child's parents. He knows you inside and out, weaknesses and strengths. And knowing all of those things, he chose you to be your kiddo's mom because he knew you would be the best fit for them. The exact same principle applies to us as coaches. You have specific people that you and you alone are going to reach, and they need you to show up for them as you, not as Karen, not as Brandy, not as Michelle, not me or Cassandra. They need you. So be encouraged this afternoon to be you, whatever that looks like, from your social media content, but also to your share calls, in your kickoff calls, to your celebration calls. Be you, because not only is that exactly what your spouse and your family and your kids need you to be, it's exactly what your clients need you to be.